Good afternoon. It's been really exciting today to get feedback about our new book, Leaving Your Life Imprint, and getting a lot of good feedback and just change, things like changing people's lives. And that kind of thing is really so important to me. People sharing how they're sharing it with other people, the book. And that was the whole purpose, is I wanted there to be a book that actually could be relatable in today's world, and that the importance of story. So thanks for the great feedback, and continue to looking at getting the book and sharing it with your friends. I really appreciate that. I want to talk today a little bit about Epiphany. The Epiphany for me that I shared in the book was about the whole idea of being in your 30s, 40s, and 50s, and the idea of facing our mortality. To me, it was probably the biggest wake-up call. I would get up in the middle of the night full of shaking and wake up and realize I'm looking at the mirror of my mortality. One day, this heart, this mind, this body will no longer exist. That's overwhelming. I don't know. I'm sure there's other people who have this feeling, but it's like you feel all alone at that moment when it happens to you. And so the Epiphany moment to me was, okay, now wait a second. I've got to do something. This is getting way out of hand. I mean, I've got to hurry up and get my will done and get this thing done, because I don't want there to be anything left undone if I should pass away. So I go to the attorney, my wife and I, and we check off the boxes there that are in regards to our land or investments. You're going down through the list, our home. And there's a sadness there, of course, but you're also there's some satisfaction to know that your kids are going to have something. And so when I was done with that, I kind of was like, okay, well, I've done that, Rand, let's go home. And I was probably happy maybe for about 10 minutes, and I started thinking, is that all? Is that all there is to give my children? And I realized at that point, no, it wasn't. I wanted them to have something that would last beyond my lifetime. And that's really what I started thinking about, writing about my story, because I didn't even know all my own heritage story. And there seemed to be a sense of enjoyment and joy come back inside my life. I was like, wait, I could actually leave a story for my own kids that they could leave beyond my lifetime, and they could hold on to, and it would live beyond my life. And so that's really what the great part about the book is. It's everybody has a legacy, and everybody has a story, and everybody has an imprint. And that imprint shares a lot about who you are as a person, and God made you special with just if you look at that imprint and you share it with everybody else, there's nobody in the world that has an imprint like yours, and God made you special. And so that's the impetus of the book and why I wrote it. And it's obviously making some connection, and I'm really excited about that. Now, also, the other thing about this time, though, I started losing some dear people in my life. And one of those, several of those were my family, my own family members. I lost one on my birthday. I lost one on Christmas, one near Thanksgiving. I lost a dear friend, Dave, who passed away not too many months ago. And it was a wake-up call for me to say, this is an epiphany. Now it's only more important to me that people share their story. And the reason why is I didn't even know all the stories of these really dear loved ones of mine. And that's the sad part. I didn't know all their story. So I share that to all of you to say, even David the psalmist went through this. And so he wrote in the Bible where he said in those famous words, he said, teach us to number our days, Lord. Teach us to number our days so that we can, basically realize every day should have matter, should have purpose. And I think David, like all of us, got caught in that thing. Yeah, we're singing songs and everything else, but are we really understanding the purpose and meaning of our day? And are we walking that out daily? Do we see purpose in our daily life? And so that's brought joy to me, because I realize I am numbering my days now, and I'm enjoying those days, because I realize I don't want one day to be wasted. So, as I'm wrapping some of this up, I'm really like that. There's a lot of people who are in depression. As a counselor and a therapist, I realize that when we don't have purpose and we don't have meaning, or we've had a loss or something, and we're not really seeing the significance of God through every part of our life, through those, whether it's living or dying or weeping or crying or whatever that emotion is in us, God is with us through every part of that. And so for me, I can't think of a better way, but that you start working with your loved ones about your story. Find a good place to start writing your story out. Maybe it's on a video. Maybe you're going to use your diary. I don't know what's your particular brand. You don't have to write a book, but do start chronicling your story for your kids, your grandkids, and those that love you. And I think you'll see that you're going to start finding yourself working for something beyond your lifetime. And you're going to, like me, you're going to start seeing joy and seeing purpose and start seeing pictures. And when you draw, you're going to draw differently. You're going to walk differently. You're going to talk differently because there's purpose and meaning in every second of every moment of your life. So thank you for the short time together, but I hope you'll take these tidbits, and I hope that you'll enjoy your day-to-day and evening, and that these thoughts will continue on even after we're done today. God bless.